Hello and welcome back. I'm Molly for those who don't know me, and on tonight's show we're going to be talking about editing techniques. To start off with, I'm going to be talking about storytelling and montages. One of the main things to storytelling is providing and withholding information. One of the first people in film making to do this was Lev Kuleshov. He named his editing effect after himself, the Kuleshov effect. A little vain, I know, but this was a popular montage effect first seen in 1910 to 1920. Kuleshov would take a picture of a man or woman with no facial expression, like so. He would also add 3 different subjects to follow. His most popular one was a picture of a bowl of hot soup, a girl in a coffin, and a pretty girl laying on a sofa. He would play the pictures of a bowl of hot soup, and then he would show the picture of the man or woman, and this would imply to the audience that the man or woman was hungry. As you can see in the video, I have gotten off YouTube. Montages have changed drastically throughout the years of filmmaking. In 1915, the most popular montage was the Soviet montage. They were used by the government to manipulate the audiences to believe something that wasn't true. One of the main people to use this type of montage was D.W. Griffiths. He made a short film called The Birth of Nations. It was represented by the Ku Klux Klan about how black people are supposedly to be bad. The film is about a black man trying to talk to a woman. However, the way has been edited in short scenes, it looks as if the black man has the intentions to rape the woman, causing the woman to jump off the cliff to harm herself. This type of montage was used as propaganda and to scare the nation, and it happened to work. D.W. Griffiths' film was the first movie to have an actual storyline with the main focus to manipulate the audience, which he succeeded. From 1915, the progression of montages developed from manipulating audiences to show the passing of time. Looking at Alfred Hitchcock's most popular movie, Psycho, made in 1960, it shows a montage of a girl getting stabbed. However, you never actually see the girl getting stabbed, but the way the film has been edited together, it implies that she has been stabbed, as you see snippets of the knife going towards the girl, and then it's a close-up of the girl screaming. Editing still wasn't developed as developed as it could be, but at least the montages have developed to show the passing of time, implying what is happening to audience to believe it. Here in the video Psycho, you can see an example of match cut. Match cut is when one object, for example in the video here, it goes from a drain to an eye. It's when there's a similar shape goes into another similar shape, which is, for example, the eye in the drain. In today's montages, editing has improved a lot from 1915. Modern day montages include character development or the showing time passing. Editing skills have improved by how they cut from scene to scene by adding transitions, which I'll be talking about later. The way the scenes have been edited to make the scene look more realistic than what you would see in D.W. Griffiths' films. Looking at the video I have added, you can see the passing of time throughout the policeman's journey, the things that he has learned throughout his life so far. I'm now going to be moving on to time and space, which includes creating time and space, the 180-degree rule, and shot reverse shot. Creating time and space in film. Creating time is seen in montages as a passing of time, while creating space in film is showing if, say for example, a character is in a big space, it shows that they have a lot of freedom, or if you see a character in a tight small space, it shows that they might have little freedom or that they are claustrophobic. Creating space is important because it shows what authority the character has. Moving on to 180 degree rule and shot reverse shot. The 180 degree rule is a basic camera angle, or basic guideline between two characters in a scene. The camera must always stay on the same side as the characters. So, for example, if I was filming an over-the-shoulder shot, and for character 1 I was on the right side of the character, I would have to stay on the left side of character 2 because of the 180 degree rule, because that's the straight line and I can't go on the other side as it would confuse the audience. The 180 degree rule can only work with the over the shoulder shot. However, the 180 degree rule was developed early being used in the silent era. Turn to have a conversation. Types of editing. Parallel editing is when one event is cross-cut with another event. This would be in The Godfather. In the first event is the christening that has been montaged with another event with a series of murders, as you can see in the video. This implies that both events are happening roughly around the same time. Moving on to following the action, or otherwise known as the follow shot or tracking shot. It is a specific type of camera angle where the actor is followed by the camera as they run or walk. You can see this, and as you can see in this clip, the camera follows the character throughout as they walk through the busy crowd. You can also see these types of camera shots in chase movies or action movies. You can also use the following the action shot with a panning shot or a zoom lens. This type of camera shot is used to make the audience feel as if the chase is real and as if they were in the chase. Multi-points of view are different views of a person on the screen. These include point of view and over-the-shoulder shot. Here are my examples of them. When it comes to film and editing, you need to be careful about your continuity. Because if you've realised, I am wearing a different top each time you've seen me. This is an example of bad continuity editing. When filming, you need to make sure that your actors are wearing exactly the same thing throughout each shot, because otherwise it doesn't look very good. For say I'm wearing a different top, it doesn't look very good, does it? However, it is easily mistaken. You can also see it in some of your favourite movies. Here, have a look at this video. Adding audio is important to films because it creates and builds atmosphere to enhance the emotions for the audience to feel as if they were in the film or as if they were in the actual situation. For example, you wouldn't want an upbeat, happy song to a death scene in a movie, as this doesn't fit, and this would be also known as bad continuity error editing. My own example of this would be if I was watching my cat sleep as I stroke him, I would want a calm, soothing music to create that peace, as this is not an action scene. Cutting to the soundtrack or a beat is when something is in time with the soundtrack in the film. For example, this is often seen in dance movies, TV adverts, or fight scenes. It's also used to attract the audiences to tell them what's going to happen next as it cuts to the next scene. Cutting to a soundtrack is when the pace of each scene going to the next is depending on how fast the music is. Camera shots. There are many different types of shots you can see throughout a movie. Here is a standard 2-shot of a conversation. However, you can't really connect to what the characters are saying and how they feel. So this is why directors add different angles, such as over the shoulder and close up. A jump cut is a jump from a scene to scene that is very drastic, a lot like this. And now I'm back. There are many different types of transitions that can be used to cut from scene to scene. However, not all of them are suitable to be used in films. The most popular transition you'll see throughout movies are dip to black and dissolve, or just cutting straight from each scene. Seeing movies that have star transitions or box transitions doesn't make the film look professional. As you can see, as I'm about to show you the different transitions, you'll clearly see which ones you would and wouldn't use. Well, that's the end of the show, so tune in for some more. Bye bye.